the Zelnaga watchtower. The observer here will see this force moving out, and moving back, and moving out. People are a little ADD where it comes to moving. Good lord, people. This is like something you can't go forward for in a straight line. Must have something to do with high APM. Cloak is being researched for English, and this Phoenix will come in here and try and harass these Banshees as much as they can without getting killed by the Marines. Another Phoenix is out on the field. Check out our units tab here. Phoenix here continuing to try and harass these Banshees and are getting pushed back by the Marines. This force here continuing to try and get... Ooh, we do have Vikings out now for English, so this will be a good measure in trying to keep those Phoenix off the Banshees. Banshees moving ahead, and then moving to the side, and the rest of the army regrouping. We do have one High Templar out. Has he researched anything yet? We do have scans going down for English on SlaineD's base, and we'll see that he does not have a whole lot. His forces are well spread out, though, so we will see. Does not have Storm, but that High Templar is ready with lots of feedback. He will see that SlaineD does have his high mineral expansion, and will move in with his force to kill all of these probes if he can. Ignore the pinging because we just figured out pinging or something like that. They will take down this high mineral expansion, and this will not look any better for SlaineD than it already does now. That made no sense. Ignore me. No, not really. You're actually listening to my commentary, so don't ignore me. I want to be listened to when I'm talking. English here is taking down the destructible rocks at his third expansion since he has started to build a command center there, and does take it down very quickly. Although he probably would have been safe getting the high mineral expansion. Looks like SlaineD will be moving out here with a sizable force of High Templars, lots of Zealots, probes. So he is going for a pretty, I don't want to say all-in because it's just so cliche, but trying to supplement his force with those extra probes. And so they will move in here. English did move his men onto the ramp, so they will not get surrounded by the probes or Zealots. The High Templar did feedback. It hasn't seen any Banshees yet, so they haven't done much yet. And the SCVs came off the line, and they are going to try and focus down the High Templars. Are they going to be successful? I think they got one High Templar, not quite yet on the second High Templar. Oh, this is not looking good for SlaineD, but or Fresh. Fresh is forced to lift off. The Zealots are running rampant in the expansion, and the Phoenix will work on that command center. One more Marine here coming out, but will stop short of actually coming the rest of the way out. Zealot Legs has finished, and this sizable Marine Marauder force is coming out. They stem up, and they are going to work on these Zealots and Stalker. The probes coming back to try and do what they can, but this force is going down very quick. Stemmed up Terran units. And that will be that for SlaineD's army. Check out our income tab here. SlaineD, they actually both pretty low on their income. SlaineD does have more harvesters, but doesn't do much if you don't have any minerals or base. We do have Zealots in here trying to take out SlaineD's second expansion, but he will just have to lift off that command center and wait. So the Zealots will continue to chill out and run back and forth, preventing that command center from landing and being ready to attack it when it does land. English here moving out with his heavy Marauder Marine force, and they are going to take on these Zealots because they will start to focus on the command center, and then they turn back. These people are all ADD. An Archon has come in and will start to zap at the command center. English's best bet would be to run in here with stemmed up Marines, take out that Archon first, then concentrate on the Zealots. SCVs coming off the line to take damage. Stemmed up Marines are focusing down the Archon first, and now they're working on the rest. Force fields go down, trying to keep this Terran ball from running away, but they do manage to get away and actually use the force fields to their advantage. So a engagement here that has left SlaineD a little more bloody. SlaineD is being forced to long distance mine from his natural expansion, trying to get any minerals. But SlaineD has a lot to come back from now. Running these zealots up the hill, the command center drops just in time to block off all of those zealots from running in and surrounding that marine marauder ball. Command center picking up and going to reposition itself to better block off the doorway. So we have several command centers here roaming around. This command center looks like it's going to land on the currently protected bottom right expansion. Sentry here trying to do what it can to pick off those mules and SCV because they are also long distance mining. As you can see, English here has mined out his main and needs income if he wants to do anything about this. Production tab, one medevac on the way, so not a whole lot really that can happen. So we were playing the waiting game for the moment. So we do have the command centers, landing at these protected destructible rocks expansions here at the top left and bottom right. So I don't think that SlaineD knows that they are there. Maybe he does, because he is letting his zealots start to work on those rocks. What is he doing with this observer? Do have a medevac here with some marauders and marines going to land at his upper expansion to help protect that from that lone zealot. Actually, it looks like we're going for a drop in the back of SlaineD's base, but no, they can't quite make up their mind. He is going to drop them right there, and they are going to try and take out that zealot, but he will make it back. This medevac here is probably going to go and drop in the back of SlaineD's base. SlaineD moving his forces to go and take out the rocks at that upper expansion to try and get to English. English continuing to mass up forces, but SlaineD is continuing to long distance mine. And here goes the drop in the back of SlaineD's base right about now. And it does work on a couple of probes, and they will move on to the Nexus. If this Nexus goes down, this will be it for SlaineD, because he does not have enough money to build another one. And he has no other Nexuses up. They're working hard and fast, and it will definitely go down while SlaineD's forces do make it up into here, and they are going to try and focus down this command center, but it is picked up and starts floating away and is not quite low enough to start burning. Oh, so close. But it looks like it might make it away. It does make it away, and so it is not burning, so it will go and chill in the corner. SlaineD here being forced to work with what he's got, which is several zealots, some sentries, and a few more, and a couple stalkers, with one high Templar with no storm researched. So this has turned into quite the battle. English here does have mules and a few SCVs starting to harvest, so he is going to be able to mass up if he can just keep SlaineD out of his base. English is beginning to mass up, if I don't know if I called that wrong. So it looks like we have not a whole lot going on here. These Marines and Marauders just cause a lot of havoc in the back of SlaineD's base. They do pick up whenever these zealots walk in, and they do drop back out. Pushing that dropship away. Looks like the dropship will just go ahead and not run home. The sentry's trying to do what they can. But then, yes, the dropship does pull back. So it's just a matter of time here. I guess instead of drawing this out, I'll speed it up a tick. Scouting factory here has gone in to check out what SlaineD has outside his door, and he sees that not much. He is probably considerably worried about that High Templar that he sees, worried that he's got Storm. If he runs out with that Marine Marauder Ball and that High Templar had Storm, that could actually make a big difference. But we do have the Zealots and Stalkers working, the Zealots and Sentries working on this Destructible Rock at the southern expansion, but it will take them a little while to get through that. Meanwhile, English continues to long distance mine his gas and produce as many units as he can, which isn't many. He's getting 3 more Marauders and 2 more Medevacs, so this is about it for SlaineD. Just gonna go ahead and speed it up the last few seconds here. Oh boy, spoiler alert, sorry. And here goes the Marine Marauder ball. The barracks lifts up. The ball is, he does split up his forces to hold him away from the right at the entrance to the door, so he doesn't get caught in his doorway, but that was a very odd tactic. He loaded up 1 medevac, dropped it off, and let him get killed, and tried to shoot them from the high ground. But it looks like now he will just go ahead and move out. Yay! He does this time. Instead of wasting any more time piddle-paddling, he will walk out here, but he will get half of his forces cut off by the force field, which was a very good move by SlaineD, but there's not much he can do for this. SlaineD doing what he can, but he has lost all of his forces, and that is that. Whew. So a nice long game here from those two. SlaineD going down, so that does put Team Double D has won 1 game, but that was one of 2 games that SlaineD and English played, and SlaineD did win the other 2 games, so that still puts Requiem up 3 matches. I guess 3 games. We'll call each one a match. So he won 3 matches, and then so that puts him up the game. So Requiem is still up 3 games to none. Will Requiem be able to do a 5-game sweep? I forgot how many they played exactly. But we will find out. Oh, I take that back. This does conclude that actually Requiem did win it, but they did play out the rest of the games just because they wanted to play them out. But Requiem did at this point win that clan war with 3 games to none. So thanks for watching, and I will continue to cast many more games. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. I love subscribing. I love subscribers, and please comment. I like hearing from my fans on what they'd like and don't like. So be harsh, be nice, either way.